The only crypto show with fangs.
To the screen while it's turning red. Bought the high, now I'm seeing dread. Charts of wildfire burning through the night. Tried to fight the flame, but I lost the fight.
Took its pulse, hit 110. Gas, fever, venom, poison in the pen. End of year forecast, doctor says it's bleed. While it's in the ER and I'm feeling weak.
Fever's climbing, hope's on the brink. Doctor's orders,
stop before I sing. Burn through the night, let the fever explode. While it's on fire, but I'm riding the road. Crash through the pain, let the ashes ignite. End of year fever, but I'm feeling the fire.
Gave it some ice, sold the family ring, but the fever what made the market sing. Tried a cold shower, flushed the whole stack, still the wallet cost and it's never coming back.
Nurse said rest, but I kept the bet. Now the fever spread and I'm drowning in debt. End of year diagnosis, critical FOMO. Wallets in the morgue, but I'm stealing the show.
The fever's climbing, hope's on the brink. Doctor's orders,
stop before I sing. Burn through the night, let the fever explode. While it's on fire, but I'm riding the road. Crash through the pain, let the ashes ignite. End of year fever, but I'm feeling the fire.
fever broke, left a scar on the screen, but I'm standing tall in the smoke and steam.
Burn through the night, let the fever explode. While it's on fire, but I'm riding the
swipe me in the dark, keys in the velvet, stealing every spark. End of year's a secret, but I'm holding the card.
Click the link, wallet second neck. Sign the TS, now I'm in the net. Token dry, zero in the bag. Screenshot flexing, but it's all a gag. Try to swap, but the pool said nah. Phantom wallet, phantom swipe me in the dark. Keys in the velvet, stealing every spark. And here's a secret, but I'm holding the card. Yeah, leaks in the silk, tokens a ghost. Claim the drop, now I'm the host. Phantom in the feed, laughing at the scam. Still clicking links, cause I am who I am. Friends said farm, but I found the wrong chain. Gas fee at the top, and now I'm feeling the pain. Tried to bridge back, but the root is that way. Another clank, and it sealed my fate. Try to airdrop hope, but the fee said nah. Phantom in the velvet, but I'm laughing at the gas fee guillotine, chopping off the game. One click, one bleed, now I'm feeling the pain. Still in the game. Still in the game. Swapped $100 for a meme coin high. Gas fee showed up, said nice to die. Click confirm, now I'm in the red. Wallace on the block, losing his head. Tried to cancel, but the chain said no.
Gas fee guillotine, chopping off the game. One click, one bleed, now I'm feeling the pain. Still in the game. Still in the game. Guillotine dropped and it stole the show. Wallace headless, but I'm laughing at the law. Still in the game. Still in the game.
Friend said, Bridget, I bridged to the wrong chain. Gas fee doubled, though now I'm feeling insane. Try to swap back, but the router said, wait. Another clink and it sealed my fate.
Tried to airdrop hope, but the fee said no. Still in the game. Still in the game. Still in the game. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is time of the string that we pay homage to two things, a little cowbell and a lot of Jesus. A little cowbell makes you feel a little bit better, and Jesus will just, well, that'll save your whole life.
Well in the deep, dumbing at the peak. By the rumor, sell the news, make the news freak. Spoofing orders, walls on the screen. Pump the alt, then rug the dream. FOMO's the bait, panic's the hook. They're playing chess, we're reading the book. They flash the cash, we chase the spark. But in the end, they own the dark. Well games, jumping in the dark. Riding the waves, leaving them mark. Well games, laugh at the drop. Noobs get raised, whales never stop. Live, yeah, right. Watch trade the volume, fake the green. Spoofing the biz, clean the mean. Stop loss hunt, sniping the low. While we hold, oh, they steal the show. They're the sharks with the fish in the tank. One wrong move and your portfolio sank. They flash the cash, we chase the spark. But in the end, they own the dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time joining the program, well, don't be alarmed if you are accosted by a Thanksgiving turkey and full naked butter sauce. This is a late night channel after all, and if he shows a little skin, well, it may be a little extra crispy, but don't get too excited. You're not getting any with Thanksgiving.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you very much.
Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dawg here on Sunday night on the Lord's Day, Day of the Dead. This, Los Muertos. November 2nd, 2025, and well, if anything's dying, it's probably altcoins and Bitcoin right now. Look at you. What the hell? You're getting us all hopeful up here, taking us up to 110, and turns out we had a trend line kind of there on some time frame, and then we lost it. I'm not happy about that. That was playing dirty. That was just not right. So what do we got going on here, pattern-wise, price action-wise, indicator-wise? What is going on with this crazy, crazy market? And I think the best thing to do is me just to come out to a bigger chart, probably a bigger time frame. You have a must reclaim area, which we have not even gotten back up to in about a week when we were last up around 116. I'm going to take some of these price labels off so we can actually see what the candles look like. So here we are on the daily. Oh man, we got a lot of stuff to take off. Areas that were broken, possible trend lines we were monitoring there. I got a lot of chart cleaning up to do over here. Wait a minute, that's what happens when you're on the smaller time frames and you zoom back out. It's like, oh man, that is a lot of crap. All right, so here's one of the main things I'm looking at right here is this trend line here from candle bodies to candle bodies. Oh man, this resistance on candle bodies, that could qualify for a bearish retest, or maybe we're just still in a bigger pattern. This is when you start, oh my god, well, which is it? Well, I would go with the broke trend line idea first, because that's what really happened. Everything else you do from here is just a hope and a prayer, and that would be taking this little line from that candle body down to this one, and we got some wick touches. So we got and wick touch here. Maybe this is it. Maybe this will save us. If not, then we're kind of looking at maybe playing with some of these other wick ideas, which this wick and that wick can get us down a little lower. Not crazy about it. Not crazy about it at all. I'm not on a Sunday night. So they went a little bullish on Friday. Not too crazy, but we did get up to around 111 and just kind of hung out, but a little bit more up than down, mostly. Just shaking and a bacon and shaking people out as much as they can here. I'm on the 6-hour time frame right now. I like to take a look at the daily. We'll go back here. And one of the biggest things that we're looking at, one of the biggest things I'm looking at, 200 moving average. A lot of people got their eyes on that. We're below it right now on the daily. I mean, the daily 200 moving average is 109,797. We're at 108.4. We're below it more than $1,000 now. Just happened in the last hour or so after CME. Well, it didn't even start taking off when CME opened. Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Perhaps we should take a look at their chart. This is the CME chart. This is the big boys, the one they play, and I got to look at it on Christmas tree candles over here. I see the red and green candles over here on the daily. Well, I don't see any gappy gaps from Friday, so we're just we're still within the candles here. We're below the non-moving average, but above their 200 moving average over here on this one. Now you'll see that this one's a little different as far as our indicators go on the MBT1 exclamation point, the micro Bitcoin futures CME chart, because they don't trade on the weekends and their indicators will give us usually a little bit more bullish, right? And so I'm checking that out too. That's been a helpful hint navigating this market on a lot of times when it got kind of iffy, coming over here and seeing what's really going on. This one's saying we might come back down to 104 if we want to come back and retest this little wick area, 200 moving average, or maybe we find some support here at 105.5 if we decide to go down there, if we lose this little green level, which is hanging out at where we are now, 108.8ish area, which we're kind of losing it right now. So I'm going to flip back over to my regular candles. I don't like that we're below the 9 moving average on this particular time frame or this particular chart. We come back to our regular ones and we are below the we're below it there too. Can I get one that we haven't really mucked up too much? Here's one. I can get rid of you, right? You don't have any big major ideas that I'm trying to hold on to, do you? No? Okay. I like to have a clean chart and look at things, and as well as keep up with the ideas I've been looking at. So again, the daily, the 200 moving average, and we've been holding it for a long time, and we need to keep on holding it for real at this point in the game. This has been one of the most disappointing crypto bull markets ever. Kind of makes me want to take another consider the old stock market again or something like that, because they've been killing it. They've been killing it. So bodies, or well, I guess it's wicks. I'm bypassing this area here because I got one touch there and a lot of touches there. So I feel that we can Are we breaking our rules? Technically, we're breaking our rules by cutting through some candle bodies there. But I'm looking at most of the touches. A dotted line. My dotted lines are, they get special privilege. They're like, it's a night here, but not yet. I'm not going to call it as concrete as I am for this, where we got 2 touches there. All right, so we're getting our lines established here. And one of the things that we've been looking at for the longest time, I've been going over, is with our Fibonacci here. We still not made a really good touchdown here at the $100,000 area. Now, whether that happens now or if it happens sometime during the month, mid-month, late month, I don't know. I was almost of the thought that maybe they would be trying to run us up a little bit and then run us back down to 100. It's what I've been looking for. But on a Sunday night, and even if they do that, they'll make you think that they're going to do something totally different on a Sunday night. You can't really trust price action on a Sunday night. If that makes you feel any better, I hope it does. Can't tell you how many times that they freak me out on a Sunday night, way into the morning. Sometimes they get you to make some bad decisions there, and then they turn it right around on you. So that's what they can do, and they're good at doing that on Sunday nights. It's one of their favorite nights to mess with retail's head. And that and Friday when they start, oh my God, we're pumping like a madman. We better get, this weekend's going to be off the chain. Let's buy it now. Front run it. And chase up on a Friday, dump on a Sunday. That's one of their many tactics here to keep this little market confused. But the people in the market right now, they got to stay on their toes a little bit more because the retail's just not here. The noobs that are just now trying to figure out what a candlestick is and how this stuff works. And oh my God, there's a moving average. This stuff looks so hard. No, I just want to buy. Let me just go ahead and buy. I feel good about this. Let's buy here. So until we get all those people in, I really don't think our bull market is in full force, right? Disappointing that we haven't seen that yet, but of course, it's been kind of hard times since the Biden administration and everything, and how the way everything kind of got kind of crazy and inflation got out of control. And we just had it stacked up against us, really, it seems like. Just can't get ahead for trying, One step forward, 3 steps back is what it feels like, not just in crypto, but in the world lately. And now we've got the government shutdown crisis, where I'm not even going to get in on that. I think you can point fingers at certain individuals there. But, I think this is what they wanted. I guess. Whatever. We're over a month now shut down, and now they cut off SNAP benefits and all that here in the United States. And the food stamps, government assistance, that's suffering there, and they're trying to make fund it, but it's hard to do things when your government's shut down and do things legally the way they're supposed to be done, right? So I don't know. I think it's all just one big old puppet show. I think I see who the puppet masters are trying to be, but it's just a messed up world, and we're here to live in it. I've got a 382. I got a 236 Fibonacci area, and what that translates to is that's a good area for us to bounce on if we're still looking to go and make a higher high. Our other idea would be to come down to the 382 and then try to go for the higher high, and that's the normal one to go with. But I dare not say we're going to 84,000. Not right now. That would suck, wouldn't it? How's your Thanksgiving? Well, Bitcoin's just barely hanging at 88,000. We think it's going down to 84. Be a good time to buy if we had any money left. That would be the suckiest. I would call this the suckiest bull market ever. We get that. That would decimate altcoins again, like they haven't been decimated enough. We're getting altcoins soon, but first we got to look at Bitcoin, right? So what were the charts really saying here? Other than we're flirting with losing the 200 moving average, but let me say this: we flirted with losing it here, quickly gained it back. We flirted with losing it. Well, all these damn candles, just about every dang one of them, except for when we were in the green. Every one that we've come down by that 200 moving average, we've went below it a little bit, but we've usually snapped back. Now, will this candle be any different? That's the question we got to ask ourselves. Is this candle going to be any different? I hope not. Right now, it's still got a small little window where we can snap back. See, our 9 moving average is still over the red 21, so that's bullish. We got that on our sides. And so we can come back to the 9 moving average, which is about 111.2, kind of like where we just been, but wasn't a real big thrill. That would help keep this red one from crossing bearishly over that 200 as it follows price. Because any bearish crosses of this over the 200, well, that's going to put more selling pressure. We'll probably see another little dip down if we see any of these moving averages cross the 200 on the daily. That's just kind of how it works. Our other moving averages are up here, the 50 and 100. Now, they're in reverse order, so that doesn't make them as bullish as they could be, but at least they're above the 200 where they're supposed to be. Actually, all these moving averages are above the 200 where they're supposed to be. They're just arguing about, they're in perfect reverse order. 150, well, not perfect, 9 and then 21, so... I would like to see us get back and bridge this little gap here between the 9 and the 50 moving average. That would be awesome. If you could do that today, Bitcoin, that would be cool. It wouldn't make me look and think I have to reevaluate my life choices here again. All right, so I'm going to come down to the 4 hour for Bitcoin. We just kind of walk down the time frames here. So what did we gather anything on the weekly? Did we? I mean, today is the weekly candle close, right? I don't think we seriously addressed that. We should address that. Look, it's a candle. It closed. It's red. It's the weekly. Kind of sucks. We're below these guys, right? We're testing these guys right over here. This is going to be trying. Is this a scare tactic? Is it a scare tactic, or is this going to be it? And I wish I had a really solid answer to give you. I really do. I mean, I do have a hopeful analysis, not from me, but from a technique that W.D. Gann used, that gave some hopeful ideas for this week going into next week, next couple of weeks here. But it will still be kind of shaky, even according to that. And it actually, and maybe it was starting to give me a little of a bias. Not that I did anything crazy, but I'm just disappointed to see that they would do this again on another Sunday night. Okay, 9 moving average here on the weekly, still above the 21, but they're really close. Likely cross up. And we'll probably come back and touch this 50 moving average, and that's 103. Hell, if we're down there, we might as well come down to the 100 and talk to it. And hell, we're at the 100, might as well come. No, we won't take it that far. This green cloud here, we want to stay above it. Don't want it to get any thicker or any closer to it as we can help it, because don't want it to suck us into it and spit us out down here at 84,000. That would suck. All right, so we drew a line here, and I guess I need to lock her in. So this is basically our weekly support resistance. Now I'm going for these bodies over here where we kind of did, I guess you'd call it tweezer. Bottom, double bottom right there. Here the candle bodies are up a little bit above it, but right now we're right there testing on this line. I would love to see this big, thick red candle here end up with a wick on the bottom of it, kind of like what we got here, or here. And since we've had them before, well, there's a chance it could happen again, but... And then there's also that chance that, well, you're just crap out of your luck and it ain't happening this time. We can think that way if we want to, but everything seems to be holding on the weekly chart. What we do right here, 108. 108, I really don't want to lose 108. That could get kind of nasty. Here's a little support resistance flip area right here. Can I nail that one? Can we nail it? Can I put it in there? That's what he said. Don't say it. That one and that one lines up. No, I'm going to keep that up with you. All right, so let's zoom out now and let's look at the big daily red crappy candle that we're being served right now. Pee on me and tell me it's lemonade. All right, make me like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But it's what we got, what we're working with. All right, so... Did we look at our weekly indicators? Squirrel! We've been following this weekly MACD, which, as I've said for years, following it on the weekly MACD is the one you want to listen to, yet 3 times now. Count them. I've gone on 1, 2, 3 times. I'm not really listening as closely as I should have, because when it's happening, when this last one happened, we got through with a new all-time high. That just like messed me all up, because I've never seen that happen before. It flipped bearish, telling me, hey man, you need to get an exit plan in order, baby. We're going bearish. But yet the local time frames, the smaller time frames, will lie to you. They're going to lie to you and tell you the MACD is, oh, she's old, she's lagging, she don't know any better, she's senile. But she's on top of her game, people. She knows what the hell she's talking. She's drunk all the time, don't get me wrong, she's drunk all the time, but she knows what the hell she's talking about when she starts spouting out that babblish gobbledygook, right? And sure enough, as soon as it went bearish, about the second weekend, I think we hit our all-time high, 126. And yeah, honestly, that messed with me. That's not normal, because in your heart, in your deepest heart of hearts, you know from looking at the MACD weekly that she's always won out before. And gosh darn it, did she win out again? Them sorry market makers. They're so clever. They're so good at their game. They're so good at their game. And look at that. You know. And that one big candle up there to our new all-time high turned out to be an indecision candle, because the whole body is just this one little hockey puck sitting right in the middle of I don't know. I guess I don't know what that would be on each side. This hockey stick. I don't know. All right, so I'm looking over here on the RSI is at 50. Okay, we're neutral. That's good. 50.58 on the weekly, and that's technically bullish. Anything above 50 is considered bullish. We'll look at our market cycle indicator, and we see that our stochastics, that's this ribbon over here, buried at the bottom. However, you know, we don't have one of these forming, and we could have one of these forming, and it could be a little one. It could be a medium-sized one here. Or it could be the old Papa Bear right here, and I don't really want to see the Papa Bear. Don't really want to see the Mama Bear. Not even crazy about seeing the Baby Bear. I just want to see the door to the outside, and let's just get out of this whole section altogether. That's me. But what we can say that is positive over here, probably the biggest thing, the biggest takeaway is money flow. Money flow. This is green stuff over here, right? Money flow is in the green, and that means that the bear sentiment that we do get probably not going to be as bad, meaning that we're kind of hold our ground a little bit better. And we have really from 126 down to, we're on 07.9. I got layered stop losses just popping off like popcorn right now over here as they're dumping the market on a Sunday. They're doing it kind of early here, about 10 o'clock, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, you need to... Oh, whoa, baby. Whoa. What happened there? Did I not have enough? Oh, I got to set some more layered stops here. Something happened. I should have been coming out with some more than what I got right there. Gosh darn it. Yeah, pardon me a moment. I got to manage me account here while they're starting to dump on our arses. All right. Gotta work it out while we can do it. Oh, is that it? Maybe I got too sell happy there. We haven't triggered it yet, though. So it's been tough. It's been a very choppy market, and whether you've been trying to long this thing or short this thing, it's been kind of tricky. Now, some people have some good results both ways, or either, whichever way that they chose there. But the altcoins overall, man, geez. What are you looking like now? We're down 4%. It was looking good for a little bit, right? For the week, most of your altcoins down another 10 to 13%, making you, again, probably ask yourself, why the hell am I in altcoins again? What was the reason for getting in these? Because they're awesome projects, and they're going to hold their value, and they got great fundamentals, and they just make really good investments. No, I think when we ask ourselves, we probably saw a setup idea or something, or probably some news or some other YouTuber telling you that it's getting ready to 10x, or it's enough lag to the upside, getting ready to go somewhere. I don't know. There's all kinds of things, but we thought there was something there in them, and we decided to hold on to these, whether it be on spot or, God forbid, leverage. Oh my gosh, you're sweating, aren't you? If you're on leverage on these guys, unless you're on the shorts, but if you're holding spot or even low leverage, you're still kind of like, holy crap. You're really disappointing me for this Q4 bull run. Altcoin season that everybody's been talking about. Because they've been calling altcoin season for the whole damn year. And I've never seen it. I've seen one little rally. I don't know. I make note of who calls altcoin season too damn much. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, well, we're gonna put you over in the padded room for a little bit next time. We're not going to pay as much attention to what you have to say next time, right? But there's some that are doing good, man. Some of them, they're still doing okay. Although ICP, are you with the market dumping and you're still at $4? Oh hell! You know I'm setting my stop losses on you. Oh snap! Yeah, I guess I should. You actually look like you got some strength. ICP, what's going on with you? All right, let's come over here and take a look at our indices, because that's what gives us a clue really for what's happening with the altcoins. And is this it? Did I do this wrong? This is Bitcoin dominance right here. And now when it goes up, you know, we don't want to see that. Our altcoins suffer. She's really hanging in limbo at a point of resistance. I see this as being more resistance than support at this point. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you broke above it, didn't you? You little greasy, slimy thing, you. All right, so, well, Bitcoin dominance actually is trying to make its way back up there to the 60% run. Might actually have a breakout. So we'll adjust our little red line here just a little bit there. So this white line here is a trend line. Looks like we might be trying to come up there. And you see over here with our can we get you? This is our stablecoin dominance, and we don't. This is the no bueno area that we're sitting to. Is that 7% area? No bueno. A lot of people seem to be scared right now, selling out into these altcoins. And gosh darn it! Here on a Sunday night, right? Is there any news that has come out here that I mean, is there? I'm not aware of any. What have they done here? Look on chain. What is all this? When did they start doing all this? Standard Chartered CEO, all transactions will be ultimately settled on the blockchain, you think? AI trading models earning mostly declined. DeepSeek increased position to leverage down BNB. Oh, bro, there's nothing new. Triple shorting Aster whale realizes over $5.4 million in unrealized gains. Bitcoin briefly drops below 108,000. Briefly? Really? When was this written? 18 minutes ago? Okay, X will list Kite AI. Yay. Top crypto gamers. Dash. Yeah, we didn't follow that one. Gains while Aster ICP steadies post-weekend rally. So Aster, which I'm not in at the moment, doing alrighty. So would you trust these? I don't know if I would trust ICP being at $4 because it's no normally hold that area. It fights, just struggles to get up to that area a lot of times. So there might be something over there, a little manipulation. But if the overall market drops, it's going to drop too at some point, right? Sam Altman challenges Musk. Hope we can turn the page between us. I'll revive OpenAI. All right, yay, we got that going on. Crypto market continues to drop with 95.4 million in liquidations in the past hour. Yeah, that's what we want to click on right there. Oh my God, why don't you just make it so white? Oh, I can't stand it. Stop it. Sign in. That's crazy. All right, so I'm blinding you with all this, and two Bitcoin whales, including the 1011 insider whale, have deposited over 16,000 Bitcoins into CEXs since October. The bros, 25x ETH long and 10x hype long positions were part turn. AI coin trading competition. AI trading models earning mostly decline. DeepSeek increased position to average down. Oh, we read about that. All right, so we'll get off the blinding. Oh, we got another blinding page. I'm just out to get your eyeballs tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We got it with the optometrist. Yeah, you wonder how I can get paid? I can make your eyes bad. You go support the industry over there. Buy some glasses, or a cane, and a dog to help you. 30 people hanging out with me as we look at Bitcoin with awe and say, you want to play this game with us again on a Sunday night? Really, again? So I would expect that they're going to continue this tomorrow, and then maybe by Tuesday, maybe by Wednesday, they figure out what they're going to do for the next weekend to suck us all in. It gets old, people. I'm tired of crypto right now. I hate to say it. I never thought I would say that, but I'm just really tired of... I'm so tired, which should be a bullish sign. Should be a bullish sign, ladies and gentlemen, when your OGs start getting tired and like, I just want to bob it when I think of crypto anymore because it's just that should be a bullish sign that we're getting ready to take off. That's what I'm hoping for, and that's what we need. That's what normally happens here at this point in the game. However, we had a crappy October, one of the first ones ever for October, which tells me that maybe these whales are the big boys are playing really hard, and they're intentionally dropping it when we get all the bullish the most. I would do it too if I had a big buttload of Bitcoin that I could turn into another big buttload of Bitcoin from scaring the hell out of all the scared people. All right, so lost a trend line on Bitcoin on the daily, no bueno, and you can't really track it from there, right? I mean, this one was good. This one was decent. It started here, right? It started here with this trend line, and we broke it, and that was the first time to do something. That's what you hear me say. We're hoping that it matures. We caught a little here and went up for a higher high. Okay, so we've got a new trend line established there, a new channel idea, right? And so, okay, now it's just like, now you're coming down here to 2 touch points, and now you don't really have anything solid. We're just kind of seeing what we'll catch, and nothing caught. Same thing here. You're just like, except for we did get a bearish retest. That's a perfect bearish retest right there. I guess I'm keeping that one up for a while. We have 1 touch, 2 touch. Now we got 3 touch. If we want to count that one, maybe we got more, but that's a valid trend line right there, just by those standards alone. And we ain't on the right side of it. We on the bottom side of it, and it sucks. And again, let me reiterate what I'm hoping to see here is that we'll recover this 200 moving average, and that maybe we can get another, maybe just a lower high. But for anyone wanting to de-risk, that would be your opportunity to do it. What they want you to do right now is get scared tonight and say, I can't handle it more. I'm going to go ahead and get out while the getting's good. And then as soon as you do that, especially on a Sunday, all right? Now, I can't promise this, but I can say it's pretty gosh darn likely, because this is one of their plays in the playbook. As soon as you capitulate or put your stop loss, up a little tighter than what you had before, or if you didn't have one, you start putting it like, okay, I'm going to put it real close, because, man, if you come just right down to this wick, okay, well, they probably will go a little bit to get your stop loss, because they're good at that game too. But as soon as you get stopped out, they're just going to bump back up, and then you're like, oh crap. Well, if I want my position back, I have to chase, and I won't be able to get as big of a position. Should I do it? So you'll be enticed to jump right back on in, or you'll wake up and find that price is already leaped up somewhere way the hell up here, 6 feet higher than you are, and really make you have to chase to get back in, which you don't want to chase to get back in. That's what they want you to do, because their next part of the game plan is to, after you do that and get your entry in, is to run the slam bam thank you ma'am on us one more time. They are so good at their game. So we should see a lot of their manipulation kind of be playing out tomorrow, I would think, tonight into the morning. But here on the smaller time frames, it just looks horrible. The smaller time frames were the ones that were looking good, and now they just look, that just looks nasty. So nasty. It's on the 15-minute time frame. It's nasty. I would like to say something good about these bigger moving averages, but I can't. I would like to say something good about these, but I can't on this one on the 6 minute. I can on the 6 minute. We got 800, 600, and 300. 200 just crossed those. But this little area right here, I can see an argument that we can get back to retest that area. Now, will we get past it or hold it? I don't know. We might come up and bearish retest before we continue down. But I do think at some point we will probably retest the $100,000 area. I was hoping it wasn't going to be this week. I was hoping that maybe some of these GAN time cycle ideas might come into play here, WD GAN. And because according to what I'm finding there might be a chance to come up a little bit, maybe into the 120s here over the next week or two, and then come down to the 100,000. That's what they kind of see happening there. So I wonder, well, what's it going to play? Is it going to play out in GAN's way, or is it going to play out the way that they're trying to make us think it's going to play out tonight on Sunday night? Well, hell, I don't know. I ain't got a crystal ball. I do have a crystal ball, but it just makes everything behind it look bigger. It's kind of like a magnifying glass. I could probably start forest fires with it. Or, I mean, light firecrackers or something. All right, so all I can do now, even in this 24-minute time frame when it comes to Bitcoin, is connect the dots, man. And I'm going from wick to wick, and I would say that if we had a good place to try to stop, maybe at 107. And if we start losing that, and then we could take a measure move idea, which might even be a little bit bigger than what I've got here. And then that could be valid, and that we don't want to look at that, okay? That's more of the bearish side. It could be. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not. I've still got some hope that we can pull back over to here. 200 moving average is still at 109. Your 9 moving average here on the 24 minute is what, 108.9. So we took a pretty nasty dump. There was a lot of volume here. There was a sell-off there, right? Now, whether it's the people moving the big whales playing their whale games, which they do on Wednesdays and especially Sunday nights, because there's nobody here to put up much of a fight against what they want to do. So if they can get the ball rolling and selling at 109 and all that, get the ball rolling, and they can pick it up just at 105 or anywhere through there, I mean, they're making some money, especially with the amount of Bitcoin that they're using. To me, it's like a big old scalp trade, but hey, to them, hey, anyway, you can make a couple of billion in a few minutes. Hey, that's cool. Must be nice. Shout out to everybody here. Got 39 people hanging out. Hopefully our microphone is on and everything is cool. Again, coming over here and let's take a look at oh gosh darn it. We're having a boomer moment. There we go. This guy right here. Total 3. So looking at channel ideas and wick to wick, I think we already went over this, right? That definitely looks like a bearish retest. Man, you really tried to get back in there, though. Really tried. All right, so we're going to take some of this stuff off. We're going to continue this down. Now, to me, if we're looking for local patterns, which I don't think it's the best, necessarily the greatest way to do it, but if you're looking for a local pattern, you might be seeing this and have a possible partial decline with this kind of H-looking thing, and maybe there's something to that idea. 72% chance, maybe. We got 1-2 touches on one side, we got more than 3 on that, so that's a valid pattern. Some other people are seeing a top reversal pattern here and a bottom area. And I see that a lot. Now, sometimes you might get some mileage out of that idea because you do have a lower high. But I don't make it a habit of playing top reversal patterns such as a head and shoulders to the downside. You might get some, but this is not a top reversal here. This is at a bottom where it could be support. And actually, a lot more times than not, you will see when these are here, yeah, they fail, or if they do something that's just a little and then they come back, okay? Because this is not the place, this is not the correct place to play this. Although you wouldn't know that by looking at a lot of the millionaire trader gurus out here who traded their way to millions of dollars but can't ever show you one of those big ass trades that actually got them there, can they? Find that. Well, the ones that have those paid groups there, those big fancy paid groups. It's like, yeah. Well, that trade netted me $250,000, and that's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Look here at my profit and loss. The trade before that, okay, I only made $50,000 on that trade. Now you don't see that. It's like $400. Oh yeah, look. Oh, I got out of that one at 50. I mean, I just find it interesting. Transparency, man. Just be honest. You're gonna learn so much more by just being honest over here. I'm struggling with this market, and I'm sure that a lot of you are too. I'm gonna be honest about it. I ain't gonna sit here and say, yeah, you guys are struggling because you're just inexperienced, not like us. You want to learn from us, you need to come and join our OnlyFans footsie group. It's only $2,499 a month, and once you do that, you'll become an expert immediately. You'll learn all the Illuminati secrets and everything, and you're just going to be rich before you. But this will pay for your Lambo in 3 months right here. It's a no-brainer. All right, so crazy world we live in, but act like everything's going right. But no, everybody's suffering from this. Especially if you had hopes in crypto and you had luck with the rules that were working so well in the last couple of cycles, and they do seem to kind of change every cycle. With some of those guidelines and some of those things, strategies that worked before, not quite as expected this time, right? Because I don't think everybody counted on, everybody and their baby daddy and baby mama putting out a meme coin, and not just one, but maybe 50 of them, all right, that was so easy to make that meme coin. I'm going to make me about 25 more. Woo! I'm going to put me 1 billion more coins out here. Dude, 420 billion coins on this market, yeah! But the bear market comes and clears all that out, right? Because you'll watch those projects just slowly die and be forgotten about. Sometimes you see that happen in the current market. We're looking at total 3 here. I'm trying to see what we're trying to catch on. We got a 618. That's the yellow line. We're kind of losing it. We got this white line here, support. We got support areas right over here. I hope that we catch there. I hope that we do not fall down. The next level of support that we have beyond this would be, this 897 area. It almost makes me want to take a fresh look at Total 3, to be honest with you, but I think I'm going to do this on the others. Now, others, I think others is a little bit better of a representation for most of our altcoins, because it's like it excludes the top 10, right? It takes them out of consideration here. So I think it's a good representation of most of our alt bags here, which have been doing horribly. So I'm not crazy about this lower high thing. Look, cup and handle to the upside. Yeah, is it really? Oh, you got a cup and handle, and then you got a shoulder, head and shoulder to the downside. Well, it should be clear what it's going to do, right? Not when you explain it that way. Trend lines never lie, though. They may disappoint you, but they won't lie to you. They'll tell you. They'll tell you where some nice, solid support and resistance areas should be. So we respect the trend lines. You know what else doesn't lie? Well, Shakira's hips and my Fibonacci. The fibs don't lie. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. Baby, you came down here to our 786. Are you going to do it again? You're not even looking like you want to come close here yet. I take that as a very good sign, ladies and gentlemen. Here on the weekly others chart, that means the majority of our altcoins. Wait a minute, what just happened there? We were drawing a line here, but what happened to it? Why you got one over here? I feel as though Mercury in retrograde is getting closer and closer, because my computer is just acting. Electronics are just starting to act a little bit more freakier, right? All right, so we got our 786 lined up here, and also this is swing low to swing high. Tell me where I would need to buy. We're looking for support when we pull it this way, right? So it's support area that we've not really come back down to retest, and well, I hope we don't. 618 Fibonacci area. All right. Now I'm going to look for resistance. To find resistance, I go from swing high to swing low. Now that tells me a little bit of a different story. Well, kind of some confluence there. I always like to make this a big red line that goes across the whole screen, make it big and fat and juicy so I know that I can't miss it. And that was the discount zone. That was the best place to buy, was when we were under $225 billion market cap, weren't we? There's a chance we might come back down there and touch that, is what we get out of this, okay? Here on the weekly time frame. That maybe 228 might become, and that's just about 20, that's less than 20 billion more if we do it. Now, if you can notice how that these wicks are angling up there, well, there's a chance that that angle may hold there, even though it does look like you lost it right now. So, well, maybe not. Okay, let's come down to the daily and see how this is faring out. See how that trend line? Okay, so that's our trend line that we're holding so far, and we've held it over the past couple of weeks, except for this one on big whatever Binance kill crypto day. Are we not on my... What happened to my candles here? Why are my candles a Christmas tree color now? All right, we're going to have to... I can't deal with that. Is this... oh, yeah. I got it saved. We got back to the... Yeah, I like my candles. I like them this way. It's easier on the eyes here. I like my red to be purple and my green to be kind of... is that cyan? Kind of a blue... A blue... Seafoam blue! Stratocaster blue. 1960 seafoam green, I guess. All right, so I hate to be the one that draws symmetrical triangles and does this, but we do have resistance and support, and that's what it all comes down to, meaning that we got a little symmetrical triangle forming here on the daily, and you can't trust those bastards as far as you can throw them. Worst pattern to trade ever. Because you can't trust it. They do what I call the rabbit run, and they'll break out on one side and then change their mind, run across the road to the other side, get scared, look in the headlights, and then go back where they were before, and they just make a little range that you can't go anywhere without getting rabbit guts all over you. Which, that means that's more your guts than rabbit guts in our case, I guess. So another little triangle pattern going here. Now this one I like here. Is that a cup and handle? I look at cup and handles as continuation patterns. That's the way I was traditionally taught to look at them. So therefore, let's see it go down. So that's the daily on others. Looking for support. That's where we are. We're looking for some support, and we haven't got one little sign that it wants to do it, even on the small time frames. This is where I come down after I figure out everything on the big time frame. 45 people hanging out. Thank you so much for being here.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
See, Shakira just... Oh! I think Elvis and Shakira just ran off together. I feel kind of slighted because I have a big crush on Shakira now. She left me for Elvis. Crying is good for the algorithm, so I'm told. Oh my God, she left me. It's a drama. Shakira, why? Why? All right, so I ain't got near a sign here on others that we're turning around in the smaller time frames. So, are we getting bearish? Oh, we getting bearish, people. Let me come over to hello to everybody here. The 47 people hanging out. My goodness. We are just having a party. We're going to have to break out the disco ball if this continues. We'll turn on the dance music. Should we? Give me something in the chat. Show me some 111s in the chat. We got the disco ball. All right, so, and while we're waiting for the disco ball, I've already went over the indices mostly for the big part. Tonight it looks kind of bad. I expect by Tuesday that we'll get a better feel for what they're doing here, but don't let them get inside your head on a Sunday night, okay? They want to get you scared, make you make stupid decisions, and then tomorrow you're like, oh man, they got me again. I would not make any major decisions right now because that's what they want. That's just my take. Do what you want to do, but that is my take on it. We were looking for something over here. Right. So if you got any altcoins that you would like to see me, put up on the chart and take a look at them. Man, my mouse is not working. Why? There we go. Submit your coin request for a live analysis. Priority goes to members and super chats. Like I said, because I don't know if I can get to them all. And this way, I mean, there's some going to be scattered over here, but I may miss them, okay? But I will be able to come back and look for my little marker and be able to see them. So if I don't get them or catch them, I'm going to come back. I can't get everybody here. I don't know who was here first, but I know that Floki's Angels said that she loves my show. And shout out to you, Floki's Angels. Love you too. That's awesome. Elvis, you can have Shakira. I'm going with Floki's Angels. Sorry, Chris. All right. We being all silly. Chris Klein says, smash that likes, peep. And there's Kelly. How's it going, Kelly? It's divergence on the likes. Do we have a divergence? We need some more likes. Likes will help this little small turkey channel grow. I'm not only a turkey, I can turn into a voodoo zombie and also a mogwai as well as some other things. But this is where people kind of feel a little bit more comfortable. Has to do with the beautiful eyes, the golden skin, the buttery juiciness. And if you notice, I don't have a pecker on my face. Anyway. And my legs are up in the air. People like that too. I don't know. That kind of a turn on for some people. Anyway, and you're not getting me for Thanksgiving. All right, Jim Derringer says, I like the direction of the market. Cash heavy right now. Cash heavy is starting to sound really good right now, Jim. My cash heavy position comes into process as my layered stops start getting hit on all these positions that I'm in at them. Oh, look at you. Well, you hit several of them, didn't you? Well, bless your little hearts. The only thing I'm scared of is that I'm not paying attention to something while I'm streaming and then it'll get away from me. I've had that happen before. My fault, nobody else's. Damn it. What are you doing over here, Naka? For real? Don't you trigger that. My little Nakamoto Games play is just getting beat the hell up right now. We got RS Miller. Oops, a freeze up. Oh no, say it ain't so. The stream's current bit rate, 877 is lower. Man, I got you set to 9,000, dude. I am on. Whoa. Are you? Okay, yeah, we're on. We're not on Wi-Fi. Should be doing pretty good, but I don't know. Internet's been kind of weird lately. Mitchell Seisberg says, speaking of which, Lifer said Bitcoin would bounce tonight. Not a great call so far. He might have called it all three ways there, up, down, sideways. Maybe. That's usually the take. It was looking like it was trying to until we started doing all this. But then again, you can't get all bearish when you see a red candle. Not too much. It is Sunday night. You gotta keep saying Sunday night. It's the worst time for them to get you scared out of your positions and everything. So, one thing that I do different from Lifer is that I zoom out and actually look for the trend lines and not try to squeeze everything into some kind of flag pattern. And that's where this line is coming in right now. It's only on the 1 hour. Of course, I always say zoom out. And the trend lines will tell you what's going on, right? So, we don't have too much to come back to get back into our main pattern, though. If it wants to do like a bear trap idea, because all these are wicks down, right? We could regain that. That's possible. It's possible. It's in a very steep channel. You can see that right here. Let me get rid of this. Well, you can't see it. There we go. So we got the angles over here. Copy that angle, and that makes a nice channel. The only bad thing is if we do lose that support, then it can come down. And we don't want to see it do that. Then we're on total 3, not Bitcoin right now. They're all going to be about the same. Let's come back over to Bitcoin, if you don't mind. I'm jumping everywhere. Squirrel! 49 people. I think we might almost be at a record here, I must say. Elvis, you better bring Shakira back.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Shakira, don't you dare go back there. Don't you go back there, honey. Don't. Sport streets. Sean, don't be filming it. That's nasty. Okay. Okay, we can monetize it. Okay. All right, we're going to film it. All right. The Elvis and what is going on here? I'm clicking and you're not doing. Ave Medina is in the chat. Ave is Mercury in retrograde? Tell me. You can be honest with me. Yes, this computer is acting. All right, we're here. All right, anyway, we're on their indices over here. Oh man, you cleared out everything. No wonder colors. I'm coming back to a regular chart over here. We're looking at Bitcoin. That's what happened. I got all confused. Let me straighten things out. Okay, others, but you were total 3. There we go, total 3. Now we're back. Oh look, we got the pretty candles. Nice. Bitcoin dominance, as you can see right here, we looked at it in a minute, and it was just a little wick above the trend line. Now we're actually starting to get the breakout. Starting to head back up to 60%. We've been here before. It just makes altcoins suck when we do it, though, right? Still keeps making these higher lows, man, and sadly, some higher highs on the locals. I was hoping that maybe this big wick would be a nice little reversal sign. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. All right, so back on Bitcoin, 107 at that area. I could see that happening. Now, let's take our Fibonacci. Let's get our support areas for what we're looking at right here, and let's go ahead and dial you in. So basically, I would like to see the bounce at the 786. 886 might come into play there. It's right on that trend line area. Considering that we got a double topish kind of thing. This was a little bit higher than that. If I'm looking from this bottom to here to there to there. It doesn't really qualify. I don't believe for the out harmonics. I don't think you do, but we do have we got 104. 886 could come into play there, right? So I'm going to draw the little box here. Oh, what, I got a yellow line there too? Is that my fault? Do I change color? That's probably what happened. You don't usually see an overlap between 786 and 618, which is what that yellow line would represent. So maybe 106 and maybe 107-ish right here. These are areas that we're looking for it to bounce. Losing these areas does, of course, bring us down to the basement areas of our Fibonacci, our extensions there. And I'll show you what that looks like. That is this area right down here, and where we got this dotted trend line. I personally don't want to come down there and touch that dotted trend line, but since there's a trend line there, we do have the we do have that to kind of contend with, to kind of worry about. I think it tied in with this wick, maybe up just a little bit higher. But still, we've not put in a lower low just yet. Other than this one, okay, you got me on that one, but we made a higher high. And then we made a lower low than this one. Now, typically, I don't trust that. Because that's usually when they are playing games. It's an opening expansion pattern, all right? It's expanding. It is expanding more to the upside than it is to the downside when you look at that, right? Your price action is doing, it's expanding. And then I don't know what happened there. All right, we'll try it again. It's expanding, right? And that means that, I know we're coming down here, but we could be coming up for a higher high here. 117 in that area, which is what we need. That's where we got our big areas. Until we can actually, let's go ahead and solidify what we need to see happen out of Bitcoin, if you don't mind. And then I'll come back to the chat here and we'll take a look at the altcoin list. Swing high to swing low, we're looking at the 0.5 Fibonacci. That's going to be our bullish or bearish market right there. It's that simple. We got to see how we react there. Not only have we got that going on, but that's where we also have our bigger ass moving averages here on this 4-hour time frame. You see the 666 moving average. That's the Miss Devil Girl Lucy line. The devil's in the market, all this, and we just got to keep an eye on her. But she's always suppressing prices. She's a toxic little so and so. I'm telling you, she looks cute and everything, sitting up there all nice and sassy, but she's a bitch. Anyway. 600, 800, 360, all the bigger moving averages are all hovering right here. And given that, now I'm not going to say they're a magnet. I'm just going to say, I wouldn't say that they're a magnet. I would say that they're more like The best comparison that I could say for these moving average to give you an idea about how I interpret that they work with price, and I think this will this will be something that you wouldn't forget too easy. I think maybe some of you guys could relate to this and make some kind of association, because that's what I like to do. I like to use mnemonic devices. I like to do something weird to make you help you remember this. But I would have to say, no, it's not like a magnet. A lot of people would say it is like a magnet. And of course, if we got Joe in here, Joe will quickly tell you that there's no magnets in here. That's a pet peeve of Joe's. And I can understand that. But what I will say is that, well, it's maybe not a magnet, but it's a lot like boobies. And there's a lot of attention that would be paid up here. And so I would say that right up here would be like the cleavage area, which, you know, maybe we should give it a little taste of it. I like to do this sometimes. You'd be surprised how much this works. I'm just saying. I know. We can do some turkey voodoo around here. It's crazy. All right. So we're doing this on the 4 hour and giving it some enticing areas to come up to. There's a pun there. All right, can you do it? Can you make it up here to 114,500, 114,400 area? Because that's where you needs to be going, Bitcoin. And just to help you out, let me give you something I know, just to kind of just make sure you have a good evening here and not a bad one. We don't want you to, because I see what's going on. You got a little flip-flopping going on. It started out good, but then it did the flip-floppy. Hey, if it straightens out, I gotta say you got a good move there. I'll give you props. But here's something. I'm not a doctor. I just play one on TV and on YouTube sometimes. But right here, we're just going to help you out. Okay. All right, just give you a little something. We got a higher low, and we should just, you know, do what we can to stimulate it. And I don't know, sometimes they like to be grabbed and fondled a little bit. So we'll do that. I don't care. I'm taking one for the team, ladies and gentlemen, right there. I get on here and act the fool, so you don't have to. All right, so I'm coming back to the chat now. You said that 5 minutes ago. I'm still looking. Do we have anything taken? Oh, look, 6 minutes. We finally got us something. We've got us something that's not in that dreadful purple. However, you know, the last few times, it's only lasted a couple candles, right? Can it be a fake out? What we're looking for on the smaller time frames or on any time frame is to get above that 9 moving average. Now, here on my chart, that's a green line. Now, we've been on a nice strong downtrend because we've been underneath it, but we get back above it, and then we might be starting an uptrend at a point of support here. That's our hopeful situation right there, ladies and gentlemen, for Bitcoin. And if it's going to be hopeful for Bitcoin, it will be hopeful for altcoins too. Knock on wood, cross your fingers, squint your eyes, and pray to Jesus really hard. Maybe we'll get some traction out of some of these damn altcoins here. So we'll check back with this tonight, and I expect this to try to gain some traction here. We'll see how far we can get. Same rule applies for this move, though, right? How do we know? When were we safe on this move? If this is a bottom, right? 0.5 Fibonacci. It's that simple. Simple rules, simple results, trustworthy there all the time. You don't have to guess. Are these moving averages, are they tight? Is this far away from that moving average? Is that an entry signal? I mean, it's got a shape to it. We can give you some concrete things to look for here. All right, so 109. Short term, that's what we need to see. I'm on the 6 minute time frame, ladies and gentlemen. Can we do it? If we come up there and can't, if we roll over, well, then we're in danger of visiting the basement areas out here in the fibs, right? We don't want to visit the basements. We don't want to visit the basement because that will kill altcoins again. Like they're not zombies already. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming back to the chat. We'll take a look at the altcoins that you guys are talking about. Jorge Pablo Neru, Sleepless AI. Let me see if I can. Oh, that's why I guess I can write it down since I saw it, huh? So, Gator Squatch has got a gem pick for us to take a look at tonight. It's actually a stock. I don't know much about it. I have it written down. We'll take a look at that. And we'll do Sleepless AI. Shakira born in the snake year, but needs to snake her way off the screen. Is she still there? She's a snake. Is she really? I think I'm a rooster. I think I'm a rooster. Toby boy, thanks for what you do, dog. Well, thank you, Toby, for hanging out and being here, and thank you for hitting that like button if you happen to.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
I mean, I don't normally go around begging for it. That's why I hired Elvis on here, and of course you got Sakira there just to kind of make things a little steamy around here, because sometimes you need things a little spicy and hot, right? Shakira. Oh, it says, stop being a turkey. Avocado BLT with light mustard, smashed potato like. The crypto belly dancer. 51 watching this. Oh, did we have it? 51? That's amazing. Toby Boy says H bar. We'll take a look at that. Sakira left you for a gardener. Unbelievable. Man. She's a wild one, that one. Those hips stole my heart, though. Those hips stole my heart. Now Elvis is playing with those hips right now in the break room with peanut butter and jelly and bacon. It's disgusting. Time for a banana run. Oh, I forgot Arrow. 54 watching. I got 44 on my terminal right now, but that's impressive. That was a lot. Maybe didn't freak out too many people. That's nice. Noodle the toffee. Glow woot woot woo. Turkey Army. Lost 15. They may have been bots. I don't know. Mercury transition, what is it? The 9th. And it's the 2nd. And you normally start feeling that a little early. I think I'm very sensitive to it, man. I don't know if this is what I was feeling a couple weeks ago, but that's what first thing I suspect was Mercury in retrograde. If for those of you don't know, and you may not believe in it, it may just be all that, But I'm a believer now. I got my wife being a believer. During when Mercury goes into retrograde, it goes from November 9th to November 29th. Worst time ever to do any kind of business contracts, because they'll probably, hand your ass to you. You'll probably go against you or be very complicated or just have a lot of things go wrong. And things go wrong with things dealing with communications, business, and commerce. Those are supposedly the things that Mercury rules over, right? And sure enough, I watch it every time it goes in retrograde, and I see that now. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't really matter. This is something that I know just to back off on that stuff whenever Mercury goes in retrograde and not make any big major deals or decisions, especially involving money when that happens. So, and as far as markets go, it's usually choppy, choppy, maybe sideways. So, great November, right? It's looking awesome. Noodle the topic, hello, can you make Bitcoin go back up? Well, hopefully the Viagra will kick in, as well as the incentive for the cleavage incentive, and maybe we'll get something going up there. Jim Dunder says Bitcoin and Ethereum look tired. They need to go have a therapy session with the 50 EMA. I don't want to see them go to the 50 though. It's too. When they get to the 50, it's too close to them almost being actually too damn tired to keep it. I'd rather see them reclaim that 21 and 9 if we're looking at it on. Let's take a look at Ethereum here. Who can we look at? Let's take a look at Binance. That's on the dollar. Here's this futures. Binance that should be a pretty decent chart. I go for chart history. That's what I'm looking for when I'm shuffling through these things, trying to decide. Well, we left our fibs on here from swing low to swing high. We see we're at the good juicy area right here. Now this is our 382 Fibonacci pullback, and if you are looking for a flag to the upside, or you're looking for a good bounce area, and you've got a nice trend line that may show some support and haven't broken it, we can respect that at 36,000, and we got some really cool ass target areas right here at 63.22 and also 71.63, and those are harmonic pattern. Those are harmonic targets, which is why that I can have some good luck out of these plays here. but it does have some things that it needs to do to make that play out. So far, so good. As long as we stay above 3635 or that $3,600 area, don't break the trend line, respect this area, we got a chance to make our little happy ass measure move up there. What? There's a measure move here? Yeah, it's called an AB equals CD. This is A, this is B. So if we measure that little guy, we put it where we bounced here at that fib level, right? We want to go with the fibs. Where does that take us up to? Oh my God, it's that, nailed it. It's right on. Yep, that's called math in proportion. And it's been the best systems I've ever come across for navigating this market. And seeing some things that other people aren't looking for are mighty and look freaky wild. So, what we got going on here if we're looking at patterns? We got one of them right-angled broadening patterns for all the nerdy stuff. And like, where can I learn all this? Well, you don't have to learn it all. And I wouldn't advise that you go in here and try to remember all this stuff. I just advise you that you zoom out if you like pattern. Take the trend lines and be picky about how you draw them. Stick to the rules. Two touches on one side, 3 on the other, and you got a valid pattern. And then you get the big shape. And you go look it up, right? This one actually has a 64% chance. 64% chance to break the upside, which it did, and then we came back into it. You suck! However, if this just sits a fake out bear trap, we can get back above it. That's what I'm looking for, because we got this trend line. Then that's where these targets start coming in, and we could see, oh man, that's up to, it's almost 100% gains out of that to hit that target. Oh, Dog, you're too hopium. You're too bullish. I'm just showing you what the charts are showing me. Now, there are other things we can see here too, but this is our local pattern, one of our local patterns, right? Again, I'm a big proponent of following your trend lines. And your trend line really kind of started way back here. And I do think, yes, you should always look to your bigger pictures because that's where all the real alpha comes from. And you see we had the little bear trap, and then what happens is you get a bear trap, you usually get a strong move, right? You break out the trend line. If you had the trend line drawn, then you would be able to see this. If you didn't have this drawn, you'd be kind of guessing and looking at whatever. But another cool thing that we can do with this is also apply it to the top of these other candles and kind of identify the channel ideas that we're in, right? And this top of this channel also has some confluence right up here with our first target, our first bigger target, or higher high target over here, 63,000. So I kind of like that idea, but I don't see it happening. Yeah, no. We're on the daily time frame. So I'm taking these angles because I'm big on angles, and so is WD Gann, although he might have looked at them in a different way than I do. The price travels in channels. That's how I navigate the market, and I try to identify those little channels. So could we come and talk to the bottom of it, 200 moving average? Maybe. I hope not. We need to bounce here and not lose the trend line. This white guy here. What's it got to be a white guy? Okay, we can make it an Indian. We'll make it okay, look, it's red. Although it really should be more like a... Don't be stupid. All right. Don't be disrespectful. Actually, I think my little finger is part Native American, actually. But that's about all. It's been effed out of our family tree. All right, so that's Ethereum. Let's take a look at H bar. Try to find what about H bar on spot. Oh, okay, we've charted it before, so we see that it's still in the channel. Can we just look at this recent? Still got targets over here, 618, 786 fib areas, 27, about 28 cents, 33 cents. Still respecting this trend line, and so 1, 2, 3 touches there. That's cool. I don't know if we can get anything from. I mean, there is. It's a little fuzzy, but I can see that's maybe an idea. Still on the daily chart here. The moving averages look really good on H-bar, 800, 600. We're below the 200. That sucks. But just that these are in good order there. The momentum is still strong with us. Trend line's still there. Hopefully we don't have to come back and break trend lines or touch those. 9 moving average on the daily cross to 21. That's good. So that's a good start that we're trying to hold these areas. There's some bearish crosses here too. 50 cross and bearish over the 200 and some other stuff. But it choppy chop for the next. Looks like altcoins are going to be a little choppy for the next through this week or two, right? Coming back to total 3 real quick here on the daily, and looks like look at the indicators over here. Is there anything we should be aware of for altcoins here on the daily? A possible bearish crossover on our MACD. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean, a miracle, a Hail Mary miracle can happen, but right now it's telling us that, well, she's planning on crossing. All right, she's saying, there's a big old bottle of Jack Daniels over there, and I'm gonna waddle my way over there and get it. Hold my skirt. So that's what she's trying to do. Will she make it over there? I don't know. She could fall flat on her ass, or she might find a big tray of cocaine, and you don't know what the hell she's going to be doing. But right now, she's got her eye down. She's got her eyes on the Jack Daniels that's down here at the bottom. She's headed toward the bar. All right, so she's looking for a bearish cross there. That would suck. That would really suck. Altcoins, why the hell? Why can't you give us a break? Why can't you do something good? Why do you always got to be in the red so much? Why? Look at you, Dash. Look at you. We're at 95. Now you're at 86. We talked about that one when nobody loved it, when it was $20-something, $30. We didn't just talk about it. We told a reason why you might want to be in it, which had to do with the amount of tokens that it had out there. I'm very pleased that a lot of the coins that we looked at very early on are the ones that a lot of people are chasing their ass off now, because they weren't looking at these coins thinking, oh, you mean that boomer coin? Nobody's going to want that. They want this one because this one's new and exciting. And they did for a while, really. But they lack something. With those 420 trillion tokens out there available to be unlocked and rained down on your head, they lack good tokenomics. And so now we're seeing some of the coins with good tokenomics. Apparently that means something to people with money, okay? And they like it too. And touche. Such as you should. Should we come back to the chat, or should we look at Aerodrome? We got to look at Aerodrome. We're going to take a look at Sleepless AI, and then we're going to take a look at Gator Squatch's Gem Pick. It's a stock, and we'll take a look at that. This is Aerodrome here on KuCoin. What the hell is up with 93 cents? What the hell? Here on the 15-minute, man, whoa! Because this looks pretty good, the momentum here on this small time frame. Can you come back over without us rolling over? Let's zoom out and take a look at Aerodrome here. 4 hour, 6 hour. I like the 4 hour usually. To guide us through the weekend and everything. And we can see that we were in one of them widening broadening patterns. A bearish megaphone. They normally have a tendency to break to the downside, but they're fun to play until they decide to do it, right? Because they can make some cool highs, such as this target that we nailed right over here. $1.57. Nailed it. Just a simple 618 Fibonacci from a bigger swing high to swing low, people. That's what it was. Now we got this channel, and we took a measure move last time we looked at it. Looks like put it at the breakout, and we had a target. Target still might be valid as long as we can keep the breakout valid. If we can get back into this trend line, we can have a nice bigger move up there. But it doesn't look like we're trying to get back in it, does it? It looks like we're doing a bearish retest of these ideas. What else can you tell me here on the 4 hour? Well, the Ichimoku cloud looks interesting. I mean, it looks like we could ricochet out of this one. Maybe, if we're lucky, cross our fingers and get back above it. Maybe. That would be us reclaiming the 200 moving average, which had a golden cross of the 50 crossing over the 200. Now, on the 4 hour, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's a bullish sign. It just doesn't mean that it happens instantly, right? But that gives us some hope that we can bounce back up here. 9 moving average is testing the 200. It's probably going to bearishly cross. That's at $1. So I can see us at least coming back to test these areas at $1, and hopefully we can get up a little bit more. But what about what it's doing right now? What is going on right here with the Aerodrome? Look, an inverted head and shoulders to the upside. a lot of people would see that, and maybe even Thomas Bukowski would see that, but I just don't see it that way. A lot of people would. You do have a higher low. To me, trend lines mean a lot, and I kind of look at some other ideas here. It's kind of steep, but I'll see it more of a squeezing pattern, but okay, you're going to play it that way, that's fine. Here's another way to look at it. Look, it's a W pattern, and we got this big old whatever. It's like a big pair of boobs right here. You need some pasties. That's all right, baby. I got you right. I got you covered. I got you covered. We put some pasties right there, and that one looks a little saggy. I'm just saying. Might need some help there. I don't know. We still love it anyway. We won't complain. But sometimes, you look like you might need just a little bit more support down here. So we're going to offer a little support to Aerodrome, and hopefully it won't come back down there. Give it something to, give it a little underwire there. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. We lost that 382. That would have been the gorgeous bounce area to start getting this target and that blue line we got up here. Oh man, that was the measure move. That's a 618, negative 618 extension. 142. All right, so since we're losing those guys, might lose this 200 moving average on the 4 hour. We've got the 100 moving average coming in over here. We're starting to look at a 0.5 Fibonacci down here. That would be the next area that I would hope that we touch from. I hope we do not come down to the 618. A lot of people will automatically assume that, but we don't really want to see that. What we want to see is some trend lines hold. The most local trend line we have is here, which is not holding, so that one's out. The next one we got is right over here. And we just got 2 touch areas, so it's still kind of, you could be the third. You could be the third. That one is pointing toward the 618. Could you do it? I mean, it can. It can do any damn thing it wants to, but will it? All right, so if you do a 618 retracement, I mean, that's cool. That would be retesting the cleavage area right over here of our bra pattern. This is a bra bottom pattern right here. Yes, I know, only here on Road Dawg Crypto. So if it comes back to the nice little cleavage area and kind of, I can't blame it because, well, you know, that's what I do. Comes back and retest that for support. Third touch on this trend line. Okay, there's an argument for that to happen, man. I hate to see that happen for Aerodrome. That just, if that's happening to Aerodrome, that makes me think that, man, Total 3 is maybe a little bit more bearish than what we were looking at. Total 3, what the hell? Oh, you still got some support there. I hope you keep it. So it's like we're heading for a double bottom situation right here on Total 3. Kind of need to monitor this right now. This is a 4 hour. And so we didn't make a higher low, but we may be making a double bottom pattern here. And not only does it do it here, but it also comes back to this little guy here. So it's like a triple. Look, that makes the neckline for the head and shoulder pattern, which is a top pattern and not a bottom pattern. So that's why you're not seeing me draw that out or talk about that. In my opinion, in my training and in studying Mr. Thomas Bukowski, you know, that's kind of an invalid idea to apply the pattern in the wrong place. And a lot of times, you see the opposite happen. Crossing our fingers, we'll see the opposite happen here. We'll bounce and find support here and come back through this red cloud. Are we getting anything over here? Yes, okay, on the 15-minute. I think we did this before, right? We're seeing the traction. We're seeing the traction off of our fib area. See, that's a good sign. That's what I want to see. All right, this is for Total 3, and the same little trick that we use, swing high to swing low. And we want to get past this reddened area, but we really want to do something right here. Now, look how magically that just figures things out in retrospect. Wow, that was the big nodule that we had trouble with over. Yeah, if we can't get past it, then we're looking at these areas possibly. You know, higher low, equal low, or basement area. Basement area comes on the table again, right? Thickening Ichimoku cloud. Ladies and gentlemen, my take is on his altcoins that this is a flush out on a Sunday night that we're kind of used to. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe we come back tomorrow and our altcoins are totally decimated. We had another big drop. Bitcoin suddenly finds itself at $98,000 overnight, and the turkey was wrong. But as it stands right now, I'm leaning with this is just our typical weekend flush out. Let's get you a little hopeful on Friday, so you chase. Let's kind of bore it up a little bit on Saturday. Maybe pop up a few, get you chasing, whatever. Leave the other ones in the dirt. We got you trapped. You're trapped. You're trapped. And then come Sunday, just dump the hell out of it. Get you scared. Make you think, well, maybe I should just sell my bad coins and sell your slow horses, getting faster horses, switch horses in midstream, and I'm going to do new stop losses, or I'm going to move it up real close because it looks like it's going to get nasty. And those are all legitimate thoughts to be having, but they can go against us, like my layered stops that I got right now. I mean, I've got to do it. I've got to do it by my strategy to protect my capital, but they can easily turn against me when they flip Bitcoin bullish again. That means at some point I've got to there's going to be an imbalance where I'm buying some of it a little bit more expensive than what I got stopped out on. And you can only do this so much, and that's why it's getting so damn tiresome in this damn game, playing this choppy Bitcoin market. Let's come now and let's take a look at this gorgeous little stock pick here, if I can read my writing. Is that right? Do I need to scroll up and Werewolf of London? I saw that. I'm looking at the chat over here. Oh snap, I lost the chat. We only got 32 likes. We had 50 something people. Y'all don't like turkey? I thought everybody liked turkey. Hey, you can bring your own mayonnaise. Ugh. Apparently my chat does not go back up there hard enough. Gator, if you're still here, I probably need you to mention that one more time. See if I can find it real quick. Okay, maybe I can. Yeah, okay, so it's PRMR. So Paramount Resources, is that it? PRMRF? Let's zoom out to the weekly here. Make sure I got the right one. No, Premier Holdings Incorporated? A Premier holder? Or okay, I'm not seeing it. If I spell it the same way that you hold it, I'm not seeing it. Okay. And we got a little bit delay here in the stream, so I don't know how soon we'll get a response there. All right, so the gem pick that he's got is a stock called PRMR. Premier Holdings, I don't know. But when I type in PRMR, I'm getting PRMRF, Paramount Resources. That's all I'm coming up with there. And so if that's not matching the name, there's not really much of a... Well, let's go and look at this one. What are you doing, Paramount Resources? Are you with Paramount Industry? Double bottom. Retested that, but you lost it. Lower or high. All right, how you doing over here? Looks like you're in a decent area. 618. We could be looking at you. $41 to $45, maybe. It's at 16 now. Then taking a while to get there. I'm on the weekly chart too. That's gonna take a minute. But it looks like we got a little channel idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC correction. And also, you want to look at it this way. Not quite a breakout, but this one could take its own sweet little time before it does anything. me come down to the bottom of the chat. Man, my letters look bigger. I can read it easier. Kelly says, bear market vibes. It does feel that way. When you do swing high... Wait a minute. Kelly says, bear market vibes when you do swing high to swing low. Yeah, I guess I gotta look at the chart, whichever asset we're looking at. Quant says, Toby Boy says, Quant, less tokens is Bitcoin. Yeah, but that one's been a total disappointment ever since I've been in it. Q&T, it's not done good. It's just not. And I used to have a nice sizable bag of it and hoped, and I started playing this back when my mentor was alive, when I was doing it 3 or 4 years ago, and it's just, in the 3 or 4 years, it has just not done much of any damn thing. So here we are, May 22, is at $40. Highest it got was $229, and that was October 2022, right? Here was a peak over here, January of 2024. Here was a peak, 162, January 2023. Took it a whole damn year to get back up to 150 after dipping down to 185, which not far from where we are now. Here in December last year, got up to 173. So for the tokenomics, I mean, yeah, it's got some great tokenomics, but ain't nothing happening with it. Maybe it's too early. I don't know. I've just been a real disappointment. There's just there's no excitement about this coin anywhere. But you are correct. It does have some. And that's one of the reasons why I had a bag of it. I don't anymore. I've got a little small play on it, but it's got a $930 million market cap, and man, you'd think that, wow, that could do some damage, right? 12 million circulating supply, 14 million maximum supply. Sounds like a good one to have. But there's also another one that I'm in called Time. Chronotech also has, I think it's like 70,000, if I'm not mistaken, maximum supply, but hell, it sucks too. It stays around $10 to $15, might get up to 20 something every once in a while, but usually hangs out somewhere $10 to $12. Q&T's all-time high is $428 4 years ago, September 11th. Oh, September 11th, 2021, $428. All-time low was 7 years ago at 16 cents. We haven't made it back there yet. Currently at 77, and you would think this would be the shizzle. The infrastructure money got all them 80. What was it? ISO 8022, if I'm remembering right. That was the narrative. You ever notice that we get all these little narratives in crypto that are going to change the world, and then 3 months later nobody's talking about it, and they forget about it, and look, moving on to the next shiny thing while the old stuff just dies and goes nowhere. In today's rapidly evolving world where innovation, speed, and precision define success, your money should work intelligently, but it isn't, especially if it's in Q&T. I'm just saying, from my personal experience only, it's struggling to keep. It's been struggling a lot. It's been struggling to keep up, and it's holding you back. I would say that's how I feel exactly about you, Quant. I don't want to say it, but it's true. Introducing QuantFlow. QuantFlow, the money engine. Really? Because I think you kind of gunked up and kind of locked up motors, what I think you got. The evolution of programmable money. You can program it. Program it to do something positive and to grow. How about? Driving an era of scalability, automation, and acceleration, unlock new revenue, and redefine how money works for you. Maybe it's just too early, and it will come in, and all those big ties will start showing up, but it has not happened yet. And it's just... It is not the fastest. It's the crippled horse in the run right now. It's just not doing anything. But it looks like it would. It looks like it would, right? That's why I got into it and been sorely disappointed ever since then. Broke a trend line, trying to figure out where we are now. Pretty much can only use fibs here. 97. We're at $77. It hasn't been 77 in a while. Last time we were here was well, shortly after Liberation Day, when we started making a little bit of a comeback. Liberation Day got us down to about $60. Oh man, are you telling me that last crash went further than Liberation Day on you, Quiet? So the things that we do have going for Q&T is that it's in a falling wedge type pattern. little triangle that's starting to squeeze, and that should be bullish to get a bullish breakout. Doesn't mean that we wouldn't make like some kind of double bottom or make a bigger pattern down here. We can do that. It's pretty common, but just own the local. Hey, we're on the daily. Maybe, man. Got to be able to get about that 9 moving average. You can bring your own mayonnaise. No ketchup. Well, quad bottom on arrow. Was it? I'm on arrow again on the daily. I guess we got to zoom in. We did arrow earlier. I've already forgot what I said on it, what I had on it. I didn't pull up the same chart. This is not bad right here. I guess if we're looking at it, it's just resistance. If we can get in bear trap idea, that would be cool. And then also you got this, which has a breakout, right? And a retest. That's what's so cool about this. So it could be, I mean, we're just at resistance, but it could be trying to get back up in here and do something good, right? So I don't, I'm not seeing a, well, I'm on the 4 hour, and we could be looking at different time frames and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, this is the one we're talking about, inverted head and shoulder idea. A lot of people see, I don't see it. I'm not seeing that. I just see a trend line and a breakout right here. Where you want to draw it this way or keep it in a channel. I think that's exactly what we went over the last time. How long have we been going? An hour and 30 minutes? How does it go by so fast? Ian says, is that a stopping volume candle on Bitcoin 15 minute? Well, I don't really use stopping volume candles. I think I might have an indicator on here that would identify. Do I still have it? Do I still have that indicator? Is this it? Do you do the vector? Stop him? I don't know. Well, this one's complicated. I think this one's from, is this from Trade Travel Chill? I think this is the one of Annie's indicated. Oh, Trader's Reality, man. This is Trader's Reality. Okay, this one should do the stopping volume candles. I believe. I think this might be where you're talking about. Vector candles, ladies and gentlemen. The market makers at play again. Ichimoku Cloud looks pissed off. I'm just saying. She looked like she had a bad hair day and found out that her husband was cheating on her with her sister. That's what kind of day it looks like it's having. Out of the 15-minute airdrop. Chris Klein says, I was literally just looking through the chat and saw that too. What? What do we see? Oh, I meant what circumstances would you draw a fib from high to low? From a high to low? When I want to see what the resistance is. So here's the rules of the game, okay? And of course, you'll have people that will not agree, but once you start getting to harmonic trading, well, you're going to have to agree because that's how it works. All right. Swing low to swing high. Tell me where I'm going to buy. That means where am I going to find some support? And so when we got an uptrend and I want to know where we're coming down to, that's why I'm pulling this guy. Now, if I'm trying to find resistance and extensions, I will pull, and this wick makes it tricky, but from the high to swing low. And that will give me my resistance to the upside. So you will see that we have 618 resistance, which is strong ass resistance and a common place where we just can't get past on our first time up there, right? So a lot of people take profits, a lot of people short or botch or program to short up there, and it could lead us back down. Maybe make a W, or maybe we just retest this trend line. But the swing high to swing low will tell us where our resistance is, that we're going to bump our head up. Maybe we can find a better chart. If we can just get away from this wick, that would help out a lot. But I think everything's got the wick right now. The wick makes it a little tricky, so to play this one, see, I'm going to go swing low to swing high, and this would be our next high from that low. Now I'm looking for support, and then I'm looking for certain areas and certain things to happen at these support levels, such as the 382. If we catch our support here, where we are right now, at the 236, that means, well, we got more fun on the way. We're not ready to top out yet. We still got, she's not mature yet. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably got another 5 wave coming up. That's what it means when we bounce off this one. It is not a harmonic idea to try to do your A equals CD from there, even though it does give you a great little target. It might hit it, but as a general rule, we just haven't, we're still working our way up. However, if we come down to this little guy, and then we do have something, and it takes us up here to this target. And this is our 382 support. So, and typically, it's from swing high from the low down here at the wicks. And so we may not play out as well as what we see normally, just because the wick might throw some stuff off, or it may just do it perfectly. Well, I don't know. You don't see too many scam wicks like that too often. But let's take that scam wick in consideration, because and take it up there to the very top, and that's our measure move, right? Put that at that 382. If we do come down and bounce, right? This is only valid if we come down and bounce from here. If we do, this target, and then this is our bonus 618. These two targets, 147, 167 out of Aerodrome. Are we on Aerodrome? We seem to be sticking on Aerodrome for some reason. Let me come back to the chat over here, see if Gator gave us anything. I don't see Gator talking about his... Okay, Gator's not here right now. Well, no need to go over his pick until he gets back in here, if he does. Because I couldn't find it. Thanks for the encouragement. In a tough position currently. Well, you're not the only one. A lot of people are. Pingu down in the dumps. Is it? It was was it Pingu that was looking good? Or was it... Yeah, I thought it was looking pretty decent yesterday, wasn't it? Snap, what happened here? Oh man, we got a lot of stuff going on over here. Yeah, gotta zoom in to see what. So trend line, and wow, you're still following that and lost it, looks like. Oh, that's kind of, let's zoom out. Pengu. Well, I got cup and handle to the upside. That wick probably might have invalidated that cup and handle idea. So for cup and handles, you don't want it to see, the rule of thumb is you don't want the flag to drop below 66% of the way, 2/3 of the way down. And if you pull a fib, that's going to be right around your 618 fib area, 61%. It's a little bit lower. So we're right in the area where it can invalidate for a cup and handle idea, but we got a trend line, so maybe we can bounce from here. So if you're looking at cup and handle, you got that idea, but if you're not looking at cup and handle, you're looking at just connecting the lines that you've got here. You got an open and broadening formation here. And both of these ideas are correct. Cup and handle idea would be correct. It's actually a pretty nice cup and handle, nice rounded shape here. The lips are even, that's what we got here. And I know there's a lot of people here on YouTube that have started playing these as a flag to the upside and giving flag measure moves. But the real way to take a measure move, same way that you would a channel. So if you know that, well, you play this the same way you do a channel, then why don't you just use a channel? I know, really? I mean, that's a valid argument. That's a valid argument. Don't fade channel ideas. It'll make your life so much easier if you go with channel ideas than trying to get into all the nitty-gritties about some of these pattern ideas that are out there. Which patterns are great, I'm not knocking them. But I don't think a lot of people will read up all the details on them, and there might be some that I didn't. Got to go back and continually re-up on how they should play and the best ways to play them and the best practices and everything, the triggers to look for to get in to make an entry. So cup and handle or open and broadening pattern, which either one, they both take us up to the possibility of getting up there, right? What else can we find here? Sometimes I just like to say, how many patterns can you look and see? How many patterns can you find here? We go from wick down here. Look, you got confluence for the channel angle. See, this is all geometry, people. For real. That means there's math behind it. So for real, I believe that you're in a pollen channel that is also making a cup and handle and an open and broadening pattern. You're seeing the squeeze, you're seeing the expansion and a rounded bottom curve. Guide up, coming back for a retest of a nice little solid trend line, which I'm going to make a nice solid trend line here and paint it green. Look at that little guy. Isn't that cute? I can't really see that, can you? Let's make it red. You know you break it, you're in trouble. And all these things are giving us some good things. Depending on where we break out on here, we might have another measure move idea. And shoot, shucks, darling, we didn't even got to the Fibonacci's or anything like that. We're gonna keep our eye here for a lower target, about 1.3 cents there. See if I can dial that in. I moved it a little bit. Perfect. 0.012837 is the actual number I'm getting from that. It will vary, of course, depending on what exchange that we're on. Hopefully we don't do that, and maybe if we do, it's just a wick down there. This is on the daily time frame. This is our main trend line support that we see we got. Let's come down. Now we did all this on the bigger time frames. Let's come down and see what kind of respect we're getting here on the smaller ones. Not a gosh darn thing here on the 1 hour. Your trend lines mean nothing to me. They mean nothing to me. You are just a turkey. So we got a little channel idea going on here we can still be playing with. We need this red line needs to hold. Anything on the 6 minute? Oh, we got something on the 6 minute. Hopefully. I mean, it's too early to tell, but it's just nice to see we got a few green candles instead of all the red candles. What happened to my trend line, man? I feel like we did something wrong here. Oh, there it is. It was hiding. Got it on the 4 hour. So moving average wise, what have we got going on? 600 above the 800. That's good. So that we could get back up there and a little higher. Other guys are, yeah, they got some work to do. We need to see some support here on the trend line, for real. That would be beautiful. Can that happen? Swing low from the bottom of the wick to this high over here. Pull it across. We're at the 0.5 fib. That is halfway from this wick up to their impulse move. That's a good place. I want to see what happens here. So I'm looking especially here for a possibility that this area will hold. It's got a chance. We're not seeing it yet, but it's... Can we put our circle right here? I'm looking for a possibility that this area might hold for Pengu. Good if it does, sucks if it don't. Oh, I was way off, lol. I don't know what we're talking about. No, it starts with a T, lol. We bouncing, bearish retesting, or creating a little higher low fractal in small time frames. Well, Bitcoin looked like it was trying to do a bearish retest. I think that this just is a fake out on the Sunday, or typical Sunday night fake out. And I hope that's what we're doing. Here we are on the small 6 minute on Bitcoin now. And that does look like a bearish. That's a trend line support, or now this is a resistance area. It looks like it's trying to roll underneath it. I like the cloud, but man, I don't like that. Let me come down to a smaller one over here. But luck on this one, it's support. Oh gosh. Again, I want to take my fib. This is CoinEx. This is where I'm actually trading. And we're going to put 107.353 on the radar for this one. With a possibility for 106.860. We don't need to see it hit. It did make it's a lower high on this one. Normally a 786 is what we're looking for these double tops in general. and that would be 107. So we might be coming back down a little bit lower to get that. Hopefully we'll start making some kind of bottom pattern over here on these areas of support. That's what we need to see. So in the smaller time frames, like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, or 1 minute or whatever, in this little zone here, if it comes back down there, we need something, a W, a head and shoulders, even an Adam and Eve, some kind of double or triple support area down through here is what we're looking for. And it may not have made it down there just yet. It's telling me it could go down just a wee bit lower, just to really sink it in there good. Just enough to make all these altcoins just vomit and throw up from the roller coaster ride here, down 5% across the day. Over the past hour, though, they're looking a little frisky. Oh, wow, that's pretty good. That's almost 1% in 1 hour? What the hell? Did you stop me out and then you decided to run off without me? I wouldn't doubt it, you little bastards. Pith is at 10 cents. You suck, Pith. Got too many coins. Dash is at 87. And Dash doesn't suck. Do we look at Dash? Have we looked at any of the ones that have been strong right now? Because, well, look at you, bounce off. I'm on the 6 minute, 360, bouncing off of that. Let's zoom out to the 4 hour. Look at you. Oh my gosh, Dash. Makes us look like geniuses over here on this channel for following this one and even playing this one. I posted up my winnings. And I got stopped out somewhere around, where did you come down to? I guess on this move, I'm somewhere in 83, somewhere through there. I think I set my stop loss a little bit too much. I took profits and then started adding to my position, and it kind of brought my average entry up. And now I think I got a fresh entry in on it. How are you doing over here? How are we doing over here on my little Dash thingy? Ooh, that one's not looking too hot. Some of these are... Oh, my not Dash, I get stopped out. Looks like I might have got stopped out on my latest Dash play here. Is there a Dash play to be had here? On the smaller time frames? Are you trying to do something? Is this a bearish retest? Do we have a trade here? Can I get in on something? No, we broke a trend line. That's probably a bearish retest. Anyway, I don't. There's no trade, no long here for me with this idea. Maybe we come down. Maybe we break back into it. Then okay, I'll consider trying to find entry there. But as it stands right now, look like Dash one to be going through her little ABC correction down here. Maybe back to 71. Why do you look so bullish on this with the hour? Tau's at 475. That one's holding up pretty good. Good Tau. Oh, look. You thank you, Elliot. I left you on here. 3-wave, 4-wave, pump up to a 5-wave at 547, 548. I'll take it. I like the moving averages. 800, 600, 360, 200s over here. They've got some good support and good momentum in the right order there on this 15-minute Tau chart. However, come over here to the 1 hour and Elliot's starting to flip the script saying, no, we're on an ABC correction. Well, make up your damn mind, Elliot. Is it a 4-way? See, this is why we don't have Elliot wave over to Thanksgiving, because he flip-flops too damn much. You're a flip-flopper. Look, we nailed the target. I don't think we need that on there so much. So this is where our main trend line was. Then we came over here, and now we can kind of include that one too. See if we got any angle response here. Nope. Okay. 0.5 Fibonacci is what that purple line represents there. We're catching there, and that's pretty cool. Now that's a tricky one to play for an AB equals CD. It's technically not a Fibonacci area. It's technically not a Fibonacci number, but we incorporate that in there. And it can actually get some bigger targets, right? But it takes us up right over to the 786 Fib area, about 620. That's just a little bit higher than 420. If you thought that 420 wasn't going to get you higher enough, well, let me introduce you to 520 and also to 620. It's just it's all, instead of this one goes to 420, this one goes to 620. It goes to 11. Now that we got that idea, can we connect this? I will. Have we got any confluence? Oh, look, there is. It's a steep ass channel, but it does suggest that we might be able to head our happy little asses up here, suggesting that maybe we might not reach that area until if we kind of put a time scale with it. Can you put a time scale with it? You can try. Okay, your mileage may vary, but that's looking like November the 5th on 1 hour time frame. That would be Wednesday. That goes in line with kind of what we're looking for. They flush us out Sunday, Monday, whatever. Tuesday's kind of, I don't know, maybe we're starting to come back, maybe we're not. And then Wednesday we're like, oh man, we better jump in because we're going to just take off for Friday. This is it. I am looking for a better week to be coming. And the next 2 weeks might be a little shaky, but I think there'll be a little bit more better coming, hopefully. What are we listening to over here? Well, it looks like we're doing another 2 hour stream. Jim Derringer at the Federal Summit for Crypto Payments. Sergey of Chainlink acknowledged that the VC's flipping coins is a viable business model. So expect it to get worse. Oh, yay. And then the guy of Chainlink said that? I mean, Chainlink's like at $16 right now. Should be a good buying place, but are they going to get cheaper? The Pith Bitcoin chart was looking good before the dump, was it? Hey, you're looking at Pith and you're looking at your coins in Bitcoin, Kelly. I see you maturing as a analyst and trader right there. Congratulations. You've been adding some tools to your toolbox and it's starting to show, Kelly. It's a good job. It's what everybody needs to do. See a lot of growth in you. I saw Joe mention that too. You've grown and matured a lot in this space. All it takes is a little time and paying attention and looking at yourself and trying to come up with a game plan to always improve. And then the charts will start opening up to you and start talking to you a little bit more, right? So Pith against Bitcoin. Oh my gosh. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, before the dumpy dump, I guess it was looking good. I can't tell what our number. All I get is a bunch of zeros, but we do get to look at the chart action. Looks like it's down at bottom territory. If it's trying to do, it's like an 886. Yeah, 886 area right there. Nobody has a Pith Bitcoin pair over here? Nobody? That would show us numbers. Yeah, they got one. Pith the Bitcoin on Binance. Here we go. Now we got numbers. It's at 94 Satoshis. Oh my God. You know, I can say this. Now, I've played some coins, and even once with big-ass tokens on them. There was one called Redcoin I used to play a couple of cycles ago. And it would always be in these little low Satoshi areas. You can really get some come-ups playing these low areas in Satoshis. It doesn't take much to double your bag, right? Getting back up to where it was just in August would be 140% gain on your Bitcoin, where it could go from 93 Satoshis up here to 224. That's quite a come up in Bitcoin, for real. That's interesting. And these bottom ranges on the Bitcoin pair. That could be interesting. Chainlink has a conference this week. Let's take a look at Link. 1640. Look at you. So we're on Binance on the weekly chart right now. Look, cup and handle. It's a flat ass cup and handle, isn't it? Oh, nice. Let's tweak this up here a little bit. So from touches here, touch there, touch here, and wick. It wicked all the way down to this trend line. Well, that makes this trend line very strong. There's a secondary trend line where we're veering off over here. The rule of operations, come to our last touch, follow that angle, and then we see that, well, we only wicked below that one, and it's actually really strong. So the $15 area should be pretty strong. Hopefully we won't come back down to the 200 moving average at 12. That would suck. I'm on the weekly time frame, by the way. Let's pull our fibs out and see what they can tell us from 786 from this one, and that was good to hold. And our 618 right here from that one. Alright, so now we're going to do it local from this low to that high and see where we're coming down. This is still in the weekly, right? So from here to high, and where are we at? We just lost the 618, right? Okay, let's take you. We'll put the 786 here. About 1472, just right at that $15. We might get a taste of that if we lose this 100 moving average here on the weeklies, but for the past few weeks we've not lost that, so we got some hope to kind of hold out where we are now. Hopefully we will, but if we do lose it, 1470 in that area could be viable, and it's trying to make a little pattern here. This could be the start of a bigger pattern, right? It looks like I call it a stiletto hill, but it's really just a falling channel or a falling wedge idea with that little spiky here. So we could play around here, build up a bottom for chain link. Why are you acting like you're taking such a long time to play anything? Let's come down to the 4 hour. Dang. Yeah, I would say that testing the bottom of that trend line is probably going to come into play pretty soon. Sunday nights, they kind of suck for altcoins, don't they? Yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy too, and I have to stay up tonight. You do. I'm actually trying to go to bed a little bit earlier tonight. Oh my god, I didn't know a thing about the charts in January. I got my start here with Road Dawg. Thank you, Kelly. Hopefully we give you some good foundational things to take with you to build upon. That's all I'm trying to do here. But I see a lot of growth in you. I really do. Wow, it's only been since January. That's pretty good. Sometimes it takes people a little bit longer to wrap their heads around some of these concepts. And if you've got divergence, if you understand divergence right now, you're really good on track. That seems to be a hard one for people to wrap their head around for a while, as they, So, as I said, didn't know much in January, and here we are in November. So, in a mere 10, 11 months, she went from noob to, gosh darn it, she's earned her blue belt there. Maybe even a brown belt. Who knows? Hard to tell when you start getting up there at your skill level, right? Congratulations, Kelly. And anybody else that might be finding yourself in that similar situation. Alright, Miller says Chainlink and XLM are working together in the news. I think Gator said something about that earlier too here. Jim says XLM and XRP should have been present at that federal settlement regarding payments. Their absence is odd. That's a good thing to note too. Stellar joins Chainlink Scale and adopt data feeds, data streams, CCIP, and Power Next applications. Bitcoin dumping on the weekly open. We'll come back to the weekly here at Bitcoin. You can see that our momentum wave she's nowhere near to bottoming out here, and here on the weekly. Oh crap! Then we really got momentum. Money. Oh, this was on Chainlink. Okay, sorry. This link. That didn't look too good on the weekly. This is in the red. Here we are, Bitcoin on the weekly. Our indicators here. Momentum wave, yeah, it's still not bottom out. Money flow is still in the green. She's leveled off. It could go down. Don't want to see that. Stochastics at the bottom, so they could go up. That's good. We like money flow in the green. We just, if it can do a trigger wave, and what that means on this indicator, as if instead of it coming down and doing some big old wave down here, that we actually kind of do a short one. That could be a nice little setup. It could be a quicker pump up, right, as a trigger wave. Let's take a look at the weekly here. Oh man, I need a cleaner chart. This is the idea that I've been coming back to this one. Let's go to the daily so we can do it. I've been tracking this idea because it's not confirmed yet, but it hasn't quite invalidated either. But for this harmonic pattern, which is actually a bullish pattern, but that does have a target that has to play out at 100,000. And so that's my kind of locally bearish, but yet still overall bullish scenario that I'm tracking to see if we get. And tonight it looks like it's holding some weight, right? But that could change tomorrow. It did make a higher high over here, so that's why I'm having to closely look and see if it may be invalidated, right? It may not be this little booger, but if it does come down here to 100, it's got a good chance to bounce, okay? And it may come down to 100, and we get some kind of double bottom formation down here over a course of a week or so, or whatever, and or maybe just guessing. I don't know any more than you do. But it could catch over there, and then we got some good targets and come back. That would be a good sign. But let's come over here. If I can get a good chart. And I guess we go back to our regular candles over here. So I think you were talking about, I think we looked at that earlier. Where was it? Bitcoin dumping on the weekly open. So our weekly, well, yeah. This isn't our new week. Our weekly open, I guess, was right here at 110. Right below there. Not the greatest thing we want to see. Of course, neither is this right here, though. It's not. Tweezer tops are where we got 2 wicks or 2 candle bodies. Especially had a newer high there. That's not the greatest sign there. But we do have some trend line ideas, right? And it looks rough right now. Of course, it always does when the candle's first starting out and we're on a big Sunday dump. But remember, all these had I think they had some Sunday dumps too, right? But it turned out to be wicks. Wherever they come down to, that scared the bejesus out of us, it wicked back up and we closed a candle higher, right? Like we closed last week at 110. But we dropped down to 106. We could be doing the same kind of thing here. I gotta watch this cross that may or may not be happening over here. It looks like it wants to, so that's kind of scary. If that happens, we are looking at the 50 and 100, the 50 moving average and the $100,000 area more than likely. Have a little bit more likelihood to play out, but it's resisting crossing. It's not like it was over here. You can see. And when she does cross, we got a little bit left to play out in this situation. Here's another example where they crossed and we kind of went sideways a little bit until we regained it. The 50, we don't ever want to lose the 50 on the weekly. If you lose the 50 on the weekly, you kiss the bull market goodbye. That's your first sign that the bear market's here. Just in shorthand, it just is. We can wick below it, but to lose it, start closing candles below that 50 moving average, welcome to the bear market. There's your sign. First sign, of course, would be the MACD crossing bearishly on the weekly, which I swear, man, that's a tricky one. It looks like it would be the most simple thing to play, right? But you see it crossing or getting ready to cross and all this, and then on the local time frames, everybody's getting bullish. Everybody's calling for new, which we did. We got a new all-time high, but then the effect came afterwards, right, with this dump. I like the Ichimoku cloud. So we're still in a good trend, and let's lose the 50 weekly moving average. can still come out of this in Q4 hopefully a little bit more exciting. If I'm looking for time cycles and when I'm looking for WD Gannon stuff, there's some evidence pointing toward January 24th through the 27th as being our cycle top. There's also some evidence pointing that we might have a local top coming around the 19th if we're looking at GANs with time cycles based on actually I'm basing it off the comment that we've been looking at, but there's some interesting GAN analysis that I'm take it with a grain of salt because it's not him doing it, right? But there's some good points. I like GAN because GAN could predict time and price together, right? Time and price square. That was his whole thing. And knowing that and how to apply it, he was notorious for picking out the tops and the bottoms and the day and time for price. All right, we're starting to lose people, and I'm starting to lose me because we've been going for 2 hours. If I missed your coin, I apologize, but I will be back here tomorrow night. And if you're new here, keep hanging around, man. Hang out with us. Sometimes I do some daily streams. If you're looking for some TA training or whatever, you want to learn something, if it's kind of new to you, confused, a little confusing for you. In our membership area here on YouTube, $3 a month, or when you pay $3, you can go watch every damn video in 1 month. And for Chart School, because I have the original Chart School videos, and then I also have the Chart School Live that we did about a year ago. And going through everything, breaking down how I do what I do here and why I do it. $3 could get you a full course that could be what you need to hear, rather than you having to sign on to somebody's $99 a month thing. And we've also got a Telegram group, which at the moment is still free. If it ever goes to a paid group, it will be for the benefit of the group. It will be with NFTs, and I talked about that over here. But the chart room, we have a trade setup area, a student chart area. The student chart area over here for any of you guys that are trying to learn. Oh, it's the classroom. We changed the name of classroom. If you click classroom, sometimes there's a nerd up there that you can punch. If you're on the mobile, you probably see the nerd. Oh, there he is. You punch the nerd and, well, maybe not on this one, but you come over here and where it says 156 files, or even some of the photos and videos are pretty cool. There's probably some courses. I'm sure there's some course videos over here, shared videos from YouTube, things like that, links and stuff like that, some good educational stuff. But the files, if you're into reading the nerd books and actually getting a true education, I got the information over here. Swing Trading for Dummies. I got Thomas Bukowski's The Encyclopedia for Chart Patterns, which is a $90 book that you can get for free. Just bring it back when you're done with it, because it is a lending library, just to avoid all the copyright crap or whatever. I'm not selling it. It's here to be. You can watch it on site, read it on site in our library, or however it works for you. But you get the whole kit and caboodle right there for free. The whole kit and caboodle, and every other major book that I've been able to find, I put over here. Over Fibonacci, everything. There's lots of good alpha over here. You just got to dig around a little bit. Cheat sheets, you name it. And it's all free right now, right? It's free. Eventually, I may assign an NFT. I'm looking into doing that, giving all the members at least one, probably 2 NFTs, one that you can sell to somebody who wants to join the group later on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out. It's time for me to go to the end screen. I'll catch up with the chat over there. If I missed your coin request, I'm sorry, but we'll try to catch it tomorrow night. But I can only do this for so long, and we've been going a little bit over time here. Good night, everybody. See you on the end screen, and we'll see if we can cue up some music over here. Kelly's doing great. It took me 2 years, R.S. Miller. Jim says, I've been watching since August to see if 90K is the play on significant higher time frames. There's some arguments for it. I just don't have the confirmations to make that call yet. But I'm starting to look at the possibility of maybe us having a cycle kind of like we had last time too, where we might do double topping. We might be looking at a situation like that. Maybe 128, 130, somewhere through there might be as far as we go. Good meditation, napping music there. Yeah, I had the chill stuff going on there. I might release that stuff too. I don't know. Chris says, I can't wait to actually go through a full cycle, experience the whole shebang, and not when it's ramping up and just all bull market. Honestly, can't wait to trade the bear market. That should be interesting. Because I'm curious to see how some of these gurus who just recently learned how to do perpetual futures, they didn't learn it in the bear market, but they're going to be coming out with being the experts for shorting the market in the bear market. You can tell they're very shy of shorts and things. I've been speaking. I know what trading group that they came from, and shorting was not taught there. It was not taught there. You'll watch some of these tubers play longs all through the bear market. They're long to take. Should say, could you play some sorting Satoshis and some upbeat music? Yeah, we had some kind of music, didn't we? Let me see if we can. Let me get a few of these. Do I still have it over here? Maybe I got it. Give me just a minute to find that.
Well in the deep, dumbing at the peak, by the rumor sell the news, make the news freak, spoofing orders, walls on the screen, pump the alt.
Oh, is this it? I think I found it.
Panics the hook, they're playing chess, we're reading the book, they flash the cash, we chase the spark, but in the end they own the dark. Well games, dumping in the dark.
Okay, what else have we got? What is this one?
Watch trade the volume, fake the green, spoofing the biz, clean the mean, stop loss.
Snorting Satoshis.
They're jacked on the market's churn, chasing meme coins.
Oh, he went with the classics.
Crypto fiends, veins hot with greed, hoid only dreams in a blockchain need. While it's stacked with coins, no sleep. FOMO's got them diving deep. The wide on trades in a digital dive. Market swings keep the buzz alive. Yeah.
Well, I would love to have a dog, but unfortunately I have a wife that claims that she's allergic to dogs and dog spit and dog hair. So, yeah. And my little girl would love to have a dog too, but we have to keep that in consideration. Nothing like a dog. We do have a cat that thinks it's a dog. It's the type of breed that it is. It's a lot more active and dog-like than not, but still not a dog. Ain't nothing like a dog. Well, I plan on shorting this market. We'll be shorting the market. We get the short strategies and bring out the bear market strategies when we get into the bear market. You have to play the bear market different than you play the bull market. You can't go by the exact same rules and exact same things that you learned in the bull market. There's a little difference. So, I mean, overall the rules apply, but we'll be looking at different fib. We'll be looking at certain fib levels and things. Kelly says we're dumping. Gosh darn it, Bitcoin. Well, we didn't make a double bottom there, did we? It looks like China is going to get a little nasty tonight. I'm starting to look a little nasty here. So again, 107, 106. That's on the smaller time frames here too. Really need to zoom out. All right, so if we do come down further, if we lose levels, I mean, so far, we're looking like we can bounce about 107, maybe 106 in this area. 106.8-ish. Or right at 107. 107, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. But then we also have this little area about 105 to 104, and even another big trend line at 103. Those could be tested, and even lower. As a possible bearish retest for this trend line over here. That's my biggest concern, is that can be a bearish retest of that big ass trend line we went. There's still a few areas of support. It just sucks here in Q4 after Pumptober, which didn't really manifest. Going into November and just seeing all these stupid games over here. That's some good advice. ETFs on the top, on the 20th, the local top just before this, full moon on the 9th, road to the top. Now, that's interesting you say that, R.S. Miller, because I do have the 19th as a possible peak with the time thing that I'm looking at. So that's interesting we come up with the 20th as being a possible local top. There might be something to that. But that means that we got to turn around and get up there, right? Man, I hope that this turns out to be a damn fake out. The drop we're getting tonight. There's Loki's Angels. Glad to have you here. All right, good night, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. It's time for me to say good night, John Boy. We'll be back again tomorrow night, and hopefully we won't be as chewed up. Oh, I hope we don't get chewed up again. I got layered stop losses. You guys should have some stop losses and stuff in place too if you're still in active trades, or they're just trying to chew us up. They're good at chewing us up. Let's try not to get chewed up. Good night, everybody. Time for me to go check on my portfolio. Good night, John Boy.